All right, welcome back, everyone. In this file, we're going to be talking about Chapter 20, which is entitled Local Context, Social Networks, and Neighborhood Effects on Vote Choice. This is going to be a pretty short one. So, what is a neighborhood effect? This is the idea that vote decisions are influenced by their neighbors and people in their sort of social network, right? Their co-workers, their co-church attendees, their neighbors and their families especially, right? Um, so we do tend to find evidence for that, right? We find neighborhood effects, and we'll talk about some of the problems though here in a minute. So there's also what's called the friends and neighbors effect. Um, this is the idea that voters who are local to your constituency are have a higher propensity to vote for you than for someone outside the constituency, right? Um, they do find evidence for this. So, say we're taking a Texas Senate election, your local constituency is going to vote for you more than sort of the average constituency in the state. The same, right? If you're from Houston and you're running for sort of a national seat, Houston's going to tend to vote for you more than, say, Lubbock. Um, we also find this effect if you look at the like literal number of miles that from which the candidate is distanced from your house. The closer in miles that the candidate's house is to yours, the more likely you are to vote for them. Yeah, kind of interesting. There, surprisingly, there is no effect for the vice presidency. It is sort of theorized that the vice president is chosen to help to shore up a particular state or another, but there's not really any effect that political scientists have been able to find in the last half century. Let's see. We do also find that if you're an incumbent and you're able to bring back sort of pork barrel politics to your district, your constituency, if you're able to bring back, say, infrastructure projects and money for new facilities, etc., people are more likely to vote for you than if you cannot get those sort of pork barrel politics passed for your district. There are some problems with this theory, right? Um, First, like people are becoming more and more atomized. People are becoming so much more socially isolated. So it's hard to suggest that that people in your neighborhood are out there talking about politics with their neighbors. That's kind of bullshit, right? Nobody is out there like blatantly talking politics with their neighbors. This is not really a common thing, and we know that Europeans and Americans both are becoming far more sort of socially isolated. So this would sort of cast doubt on this theory. The other idea is that neighborhood, right, is highly correlated with your class, your income, your race, these sorts of things. And so it's hard to say that it's the neighborhood, right, and not some sort of like racial effect or income effect. So, those are some of the sort of concerns about, just taking this sort of neighborhood effect idea in full. But that's going to do it for me. That's chapter 20. I'll see you for the next one in chapter 21. Have a great day.